All right, I'm here at 11 Lenox Park Drive, just kind of inspecting the roof for any condition issues, any storm damage, things of this nature that anybody might need to be aware of. As everybody can tell from the ground, I mean, the roof is it's at the end of its useful life. It was a builder grade shingle when it was installed, and it's just got a lot of wear and tear going on. There's been some leak repairs in the past, and there's more leak repairs that are due now. It's not leaks to the point where you can see spots on the ceiling, but there are entry points with nail pops and just exposed nail holes and things like that just need to be repaired, that are probably letting water into the decking. That being said, though, I probably wouldn't advise any additional money put toward this roof in repairs. I mean, you got, for instance, you could see these two spots right there, just while they were in the frame, of just shingles that need to be replaced and need to be repaired, where there's nail pops and things backing through. So I just say all that to say any money spent toward repairs on a roof this old is really money that should have been spent toward replacement. It's inevitable on this thing, a builder grade shingle with a little bit of age to it at this point. It's just due to be replaced. If I were buying the house, I would be asking for a new roof. I really would. So that being said, though, to kind of evaluate whether there was hail damage here and whether this adjuster missed it, the first thing an adjuster ought to look at, and what us roofers look at, is we go look at the metal on a roof to see if it's got any dents in it. If there's no dents in the metal, then you're probably in fair shape to say that there's no hail that could have damaged the shingles. But when we look at this thing, you can see that it's got dents all over it. So that's going to let me know and should let an adjuster know that any imperfections that they find in the shingle, you got to kind of deduce as to whether it was from the same source that dented that metal right there. And as we kind of zoom across the roof, I can tell, why the adjuster, if he was flying his drone, would have said, look, there's not enough hail damage there. It's not that they were saying that there was no hail that hit this roof. I think what they were saying is there was no damage to the actual shingles. And, I can't say that I would disagree that I don't know if there's enough here that most adjuster would pay for it, but you got things like that right there. See that localized round spot where you can tell something's happened right there, and it was round, and whatever it is, it embedded the granules down into the shingle right there. That probably should have been counted as hail damage. And there's other spots like that throughout the roof, but the major concern that I've got really more is just the fact that, like for instance, this spot right here. But the major concern really is whether there's insurance coverage on this or not. That's for your insurance company to decide. I mean, that's what you pay these adjusters for. They're supposed to come out and see that metal damage that I'm seeing, and then go over and see spots like this on the shingle right here, spots like that on the shingle right there, and determine whether they want to call that damage or not, right? For me, what I'll show you are the facts. Those spots that I showed you, those exist. These spots right here where you see where there's been previous repairs and previous caulk attempts, those exist, right? And so for my role in things, I'm just telling you that the roof is builder grade product, not worth repairing at this point. And so, you can see the ridge cap shingles right here, how they're split and things like that. My opinion on it is I wouldn't put any money toward repairs on this thing, and that, if I were going to be buying it, the roof needs to be replaced. It's not like it's leaking like a paper bag right now, but we're talking about this changing ownership and changing hands, and the new owner is not going to want to inherit these problems that are inevitable that are coming from this roof. So I'll give everybody a price to replace this. Whether it should go through insurance or not, as a second opinion, is really up to you guys. If you wanted to ask for a second opinion and ask somebody to actually put their feet on the roof, it wouldn't be a second claim. It's just a second opinion on this same claim. So it shouldn't be shaking the boat to do that. Your insurance company should offer to do that. And so it might be worth going that route with it. Again, you can see more dark spots right there, even of something that should have been called for hail, in my opinion. And so, that might be worth a try on it. I would just say, I'll give you guys this video. Y'all do with it what you'd like. I'll give you my estimate to replace the roof. And should the insurance company step up and pay to replace the roof, I'll honor his estimate if needed. But overall, I think probably everybody involved in this kind of realized the roof was going to be a consideration that have to be thought through and talked through on this. So this video just gets everybody on the roof at the same time to be able to see the same things that us roof inspectors are seeing, and be able to see what why we're suggesting what we're suggesting. I can perfectly see why some roofers might have told you that you just need repairs, while other roofers might have told you that it needed to be replaced. But I can tell you, just from a standpoint of home ownership and whether I would buy the house with the roof that's on it, I probably wouldn't. So this is Casey Beaver, and I am with ARAC Roof It Forward. Thank you guys for the opportunity, and let me know how I can help.